Testing. 1, 2.
Mock Resources, with offices in Winoka, Oklahoma, is an independent upstream oil and gas company focused on the acquisition, development, and production of high-return, low-cost oil and natural gas projects. As responsible stewards of natural resources, Mock Resources understands the pivotal role energy has in building sustainable economic growth, social progress, and improving quality of life locally and globally. In addition to providing ethically sourced energy, Mock Resources is committed to delivering scalable, reliable, and affordable energy to all communities, to equip all people with the modern energy resources they need to thrive. To learn more about Mock Resources, email them info@mocknr, that's MACHNR.com, or find them online at mocknr.com.
Test. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Winoka, Oklahoma, as we prepare for our first game of this particular season. I guess it's that way for everybody, come to think of it. So tonight, the Winoka Railroaders open against the Covington Douglas Wildcats. And what I can tell you about the Covington Douglas Wildcats is when they unloaded, there were a lot of them. And a couple of them were extremely, extremely large. So the kickoff down to the Winoka Railroaders, and they'll take over at about their 20-yard line. The Railroaders cast in those classy unis, those maroon tagged with silver. And, of course, Covington Douglas, you can easily see in the whites, and we can, ball's on the ground.
Ball hits the turf, but recovered by the Railroaders. Second down.
No foul, no hurt, but no gain. So, second down. Railroaders underway here. First game of the year. We are suffering our own ills, unable to load our stream onto KALV radio, so we'll be working on that as we go along. Nothing like 2 or 3 things at a time. Give around the right end, but the end contained.
Davidson on the run. Short loss on the play.
That was Dakota Davidson, the junior, number 10. Ben Buckland with you here this afternoon. We have an interesting one next week. The Railroaders football team will be in Kremlin, and the Lady Rails fast pitch softball team will be playing here. So to kind of help, they'll start the high school game at 4:30 instead of it being the second game for the girls. Pitch back, coming this way. Gets around. Ooh. Ball down, but I think it was down first. That was Braxton Brown, the sophomore, on the carrier around this side, around the home side, and it'll be 4th down. Railroaders line up in punt formation. And Brown to punt. Off the side of the foot, and it hits like my 9-iron onto a wet green. Bonk. At about the 47-yard line, something like that. We'll see where it gets spotted. You can see on our camera shot. You can see on the camera shot that the field's in good shape. The field is in really good shape. They'll go from the gun. Right up the A gap, 5, 6, 7 yards, and down and the ball down.
Ball comes out, but recovered by Covington Douglas.
Recovered by Covington Douglas. Covington Douglas has 26 players out for football. Winoka has 13, so substitution is tough for the Railroaders. That is a first down. Little run, little fumble, little roll, little cover, and 10 yards. Give to the first man coming around. The edge is secured, and the tackle made. A single tackle made. Out there on the corner, number 7, Adam Santiago, a freshman, went out and contained that corner. Runner down with a loss of 2 yards. Joshua Holcomb, a senior, for Covington Douglas, taking the snap. He's back by himself. Now he puts a man in motion coming by him. It's a keeper with that man blocking for him. He's got 5, 10, 15, gets around the corner and out of bounds. So the keeper.
That run will be just short of a first down. And the runner hits the backfield for a loss. That brings up 4th down.
So it is 4th down. They are not going to punt. Up to the line comes Covington Douglas. 3 in the backfield, and somebody jumped, and that's not going to keep them away from the first down. They needed 3, and the penalty will give them 5 and the first down.
Flag is great, first down.
So a first down on about the 25. Back to throw. Looks, still looking. Got a hand on him, got him down. Nicely done by the Railroaders. Cooper Truesdale, the big junior, in there for the tackle for a loss. Ball's at the 25-yard line now. Got to go close to the 10. Call it the 11 for a first down. And it's second down. Railroaders contained well there. Snap back, looks to throw, does out in the flat. Got the tunnel. One man to beat, but Winoka makes the tackle the last possibility. It's going to be good for a first down, however.
Covington Douglas first down.
So it'll be across the 10. Had to go to the 11 for a first down. Gets to the 10, inside the 10, so it'll be first and goal. First and goal, Josh Holcomb takes the snap, gives to the first man through, hits the A gap and gets hit. It'll be a short gain.
Second down and goal.
Second goal, good strong sunshine into the clock, so we can't hardly read the numbers. Everybody looks at their wristbands as wearing white. So the play's been sent in, power to the near side, send a man in motion to the far side, bring the quarterback to the near side, throw, touchdown.
Touchdown, Covington Douglas.
Covington Douglas on the pass, 8-yard touchdown pass. Justice Holcomb, the senior, fires it for the touchdown, and they'll line for the conversion. Ball goes to the far side, give, and just in there, but in there. So the first score of the 26-27 season is Covington Douglas, the Wildcats, and it's 8-0. It's kickoff night here in Winoka. We are underway. In the first contest of the year, Rails down by 8.
The first quarter is brought to you by Rick George and Associates. When it's time for taxes, don't get second-class help for the most important business decision in your world. Get with the best. Rick and Matt at Rick George and Associates in downtown Winoka.
I'm at the shop. What's happening? Let me call him.
A beautiful evening. And yeah, it's hot, but it's not hot like it's been hot. it's 93 degrees hot instead of 107 hot. When we started doing these games 5 years ago, our first game of the year was at Wacomas, and it was at 103. So we know that the first few are going to be hot, and then we'll probably have our noses running by the end of the season. Get some crispy nights, which would certainly be welcome right now. And the kick, taken at the 20, to the 25, 30, 35. He's got one man to beat. Now he's getting caught from behind. at the 50-yard line. What a great return by Santiago. Adam Santiago, a freshman. Now, think about this. A freshman, back for the first time, catching his first kickoff in his first game and running it back from the 20 to the 50, a 30-yard run back. Great job by the freshman Adam Santiago. So, Longoria brings him. Longoria's under center. Gives to the first man through, hit the A gap where the biggest man in the stadium is standing. We don't have heights and weights here on our little chart, which is probably good. It would be scary. No gain. Well, okay. Couple of feet. Railroaders in maroon, trimmed in silver. Got power to the far side. This time, Longoria holds a man back, gives him the ball. Try to get around the edge goes Longoria.
Longoria on the run, gain of a couple on the play.
See how far this stretches with the chain man.
Ball on the 50.
Railroaders in the huddle at the 50-yard line. It's third down. They send Dakota Davidson, the junior, to the far side. Got one man back. Davidson comes in motion. It's a pass. Got a man. And almost. Actually, it was almost two things. It was almost intercepted and it was almost caught. So there you are. Nicely thrown by Longoria. Could have put a little more mustard on it, only because his receiver is pretty fast. They may not punt from the 50-yard line. In fact, I don't think we're talking this over to be punting, as a matter of fact. So we split them both ways. Now we're going to bring a slot man over. That's Brown in the slot. Longoria brings his man in motion. Longoria on a keeper. He's got 5, 6. Can he get around the edge? Knocked out of bounds, short of the first down, but not all that short. A nice looking sweep by the Railroaders does come up short. Not much, but short. So Covington Douglas will take over.
Covington Douglas will take over at their own 45.
This portion of our broadcast is brought to you by Viv's Flowers and Things. You remember Robert Perot with his 28 girlfriends and trouble with communication. And it was Viv that got him out of the problem there. I mean, 28 sets of flowers is quite a bit, but you got to do what you got to do. Viv's Flowers and Things takes care of every situation when you need a little extra boost. Conversation going on the field. I'm not sure.
We have Cannon Wyatt, Jordy Hufford, Gracie Martinelli, Anna Ibarra, Oakley Whitaker, Zoe Schmidt, and Presley Rode.
Winoka cheerleaders working out. The band getting ready to go. Mary Hill's band. Ball given inside, pops the run outside. No containment to speak of. Ferguson, a problem over there, but he gets help. Adam Santiago comes to help solidify that side, but it's gain of 9. Second and 1. 5:25 in the first quarter. Rails down, 8-6. Covington Douglas Wildcats. Ball, far side, gets around the edge, tackled from behind, or that was going to be quite a gain. But it's enough for a first down. Enough for a first down. So, once again, he sets his club, throws the ball caught at the 20-yard line and down. Pass completed by Holcomb. It'll be another first down. The catch was made by number 10, Hayden Powell, a junior. As I said, 26 guys out for football for Covington Douglas, the Wildcats. The Railroaders not so deep with 13. Holcomb fakes the ball. He dropped the football, but fell on it. So no gain, but no fumble. Or sort of a fumble, but got it back.
Brings up a second down and 10.
Going to be 2nd and 10. Splits them both ways, keeps a man in the backfield, shotgun, rolling this side, looking, throwing, caught and out of bounds, just short of the end zone. Going to be about the 3-yard line, something like that. So we welcome everybody joining us now on KALV. We've been kind of under the gun here, so we welcome you. We'd welcome you if we weren't under the gun, but keeper inside and touchdown.
Touchdown, Covington Douglas.
Touchdown, 4:15 in the first quarter of play. Second touchdown of the night for Covington Douglas, and they'll be lining up for the conversion. The wind is not a factor, which is not something we say a lot in Northwest Oklahoma. The wind is usually a factor. It is not. Snap back, keeper. No, pitch back. And it's good. It's good. So the pitch sweep that you don't see all that often, they use it and it works, and the conversion is good. So two times with the football, 2 scores, although they had to work for it, but it's now 16-0. Rails down.
Flag on the kick.
So we're ready to go, ready for action back in Winoka. Not back in Winoka, we were always in Winoka. I was just kidding you there. There will be several Thursday ball games. That's just kind of the way it is with the shortage of referees. In fact, next week, I believe, Yes, next Thursday. We're in Kremlin. That's a Thursday game. And the Lady Rails Fast Pitch will be playing here in town. Railroaders with the football and the A-gap slam. One man to make the tackle, and one man did, or it was a gone deal for Braxton Brown.
First down, Railroaders.
And the first down of the game. Winoka Railroaders moving from right to left now, from west to east. The ball across the 45 at the 46-yard line. Power to the near side. Longoria will take the snap. Got everybody over here. Now brings the one that wasn't over here, and we got a crash up around the center, and the ball's on the ground. I think a Railroader got on it, but I'm seeing them change on the far side. We're going to go the other way. The ball did get on the ground, and it was recovered by a white-clad Wildcat. Good crowd on hand tonight. Good crowd on both sides of the field. Look at this formation. Back to throw. Throws it as far as he can throw it. And it's caught. What an incredible catch. Whoa. Number 22, Nicholas Kramer, a junior. I mean, that's a heck of a catch in anybody's league. And he was covered pretty good. Safety was over there with him. And it's first down. Not first and goal, but first at about the 17, 18-yard line. In the eye, splits both ways. Back to throw, throws the flat on the far side. The defender was there when the ball got there and almost intercepted the ball. That would be Stetson Nix. Nice job by number 14, one of the two seniors. Everybody reads their wristband that has a white jersey. They know where to go now, and they're set to do it. Straight ahead goes the quarterback. Now bounces it outside. Nobody out there. Touchdown. Whoop. I see a flag. I think I see a flag.
Flag on the play.
Let's see if this is
Offense is the call.
a little bit of a help, maybe. Yeah, we're going to march that one back. So take that one off the board anyway.
Ball brought back to the 22.
At halftime, stay with us. We'll be talking to people about events coming up here in and around Winoka. We'll also be talking with the new mayor, I think. Back to throw, set up the tunnel screen, and he drops the ball, or it's going to be a big gain. Pass is incomplete, third down. Trip ducks on the board as we roll toward the end of this first go-round. Thank you for joining us this evening. We're about to get rid of the first game shakes ourselves and get all the equipment working, maybe at the same time. Splits both ways. Back to throw, looks, got time. Now he wants out of there, still has time, and he is out of there. Throws it, and it's caught. It's caught short, but nonetheless caught. Justice Holcomb, the senior quarterback, is a pretty good hand. He stayed in the pocket. The pocket collapsed. He rolled first left and came right, found the short man and got him. It is a fourth down. Big down for the Rails, big down. Big hold down here. People split everywhere. Quarterback's by himself. Got a slot on the far side. And he's going to take it himself. Is caught and down and down. Nicely done.
Millage with the sack.
Wyatt Millage, the junior, what a great play. And containment on the far side. Turnover on downs. Railroaders take over. That'll give you some little bit of juice, a little bit of feel good. This portion of our broadcast brought to you by Beatles Rest Home in Alva, Oklahoma, now with 2 locations. Ready to take care of you and yours and or. Railroaders in maroon, trimmed in silver. Everybody in tight, man in the backfield, and we go to the far. No, he's back to throw. Longoria looking. Longoria going to try it himself, needs to beat one man, and that man gets him out of bounds at the 30. But it's not a bad gain at all. Longoria playing it pretty well. I mean, there's a lot of green out there. This is not quite like Kansas football, which is in our area of the country 6-man. We'll be at some of those games doing some South Barber games. That's a lot of green. But in 8-man, there's also quite a bit of green, and Longoria has a great survival side to him, staying alive. Longoria around the end, beats one man, gets caught from behind. First down, however, across the 45 to the 48. Railroaders first down. Really nicely done. That was designed to bounce outside. He did go outside and then bounced it back inside, which worked really well that particular time, and that's the only time we had. So there it was, and it's a first down at the, I think I said 47. That's about right. 47. Got him in close. To the far side goes Braxton Brown with the ball. Out of bounds. Braxton Brown, a sophomore, has done some work in the weight room. I'll tell you a kid that has really, well, there's lots of them that have worked, but Titan Smith down, number 56, looks like a different kid from his physique, with his work in the weight room and his work on the track. It's just done an excellent job in the offseason. A lot of Railroader pride there. Second and a long 2. You can do 3 if you want to. Split and a flank to the far side. Split to the near side. Bring the flanker in. Give him the ball, and around the edge he's going to try to go. Nice run. I mean, he was boxed in. It's 8-man football, and 4 guys had a shot at him, but he still handled it really well and got all he could get, and then spun out of the last tackle to go ahead and get the first down. It is a Railroader first down. So there's a little bit of juice changing here. I mean, these guys were a little bit overmatched at first, but now they're saying, hey, we can play with these guys. That's the end of quarter number 1. It is 16-0. Railroaders going to need to dig out a little bit, but showing some juice, so stay with us. This portion of our broadcast is brought to you by Rick George and Associates. When you want it done right, the numbers have to be right, they have to be looking good, and they have to go to the right place when you get rid of them. That's Rick and Matt. Rick George and Associates, right across the street from the Little Sahara Car Wash. Rick George and Associates, proudly bringing you Winoka Railroader football. Rick George, in his day, not that his day's over, it's not over, was an occasional running back for the Winoka Railroaders. You kind of had to be there. It was a sight to behold. He was vicious and successful, and on the defense could plug a hole. Rick George and Associates, and Matt Sutter's there probably just in amazement that he's in the same building with that kind of talent. You know what I mean? Railroaders from left to right, from east to west. Split them both ways. Got a man in the slot on the near side. Bring the runner in from the far side. Feed him the ball. Davidson with the football. Little broken field running there for Davidson. Doing a job.
Gained about 5 on the run.
Railroaders break the huddle. They'll send Corbin Ferguson split far to the right. Now Truesdale goes out on the end on the far side. Now we bring Dakota Davidson toward him. Truesdale gets the block. Davidson doing a job. He's tackled hard by Hayden Powell, and it takes a couple of guys getting there a little later to get him down. Nicely done, and it's third down. Railroaders really doing some execution. I don't mean huge break-off chunks, but doing some good running, some good defensive running. You know, spinning away, a little stiff arm occasionally, put a shoulder into the group and get another 1 or 2 feet toward the end. Bring 2 of them to this side. One split, one's in the slot. Bring the slot man toward the quarterback, fake to him, and the quarterback is taken down. That was one of those that maybe if you go ahead and hand it to Braxton Brown, it turns out way better. But that didn't happen. Weston Longoria checks in.
Third down and 6.
Adam Santiago checks out. Third down and 6. It was second. Ooh, no, it's fourth down. It's fourth down. They just flipped the digital over there. But the Rails are going to go. One man split. Nope, he's in motion. Fake to him, go back, throw the ball as far as you can throw it. Got a man, and dropped it.
And the pass ball is incomplete. Turnover on downs.
So the ball will turn over. Longoria threw a good ball. It just didn't work that time, but that's a play that will work. Keep it in the bag for later on. So they change it to the other side, and he's in the shotgun. Back to throw, fakes, now wants to run, now throws it. Got a man that is so incredibly open. It is a 50, 60, 70-yard touchdown.
Touchdown coming to Douglas.
I'm not sure. Just had a touchdown. And we will go for the conversion now. Sunlight, I suppose, is a factor. But the wind is not. Strange thing to say in northwest Oklahoma, the wind's always a factor. Holcomb gives to the first man, bumps it outside and is in.
And the 2-point try is good.
9:31 in the first half.
Covington Douglas, 24. Winoka 0.
It is 24-0. Covington Douglas, though the Railroaders have been competing. Now they got completely undressed on the last play, but play by play, Railroaders are competing. So this young club got to stay after them. This portion of our broadcast is brought to you by America's Oasis. We'll be talking to some of the folks at halftime. A lot of stuff going on. I mean, good stuff in the Winoka area. Good to hear the live sounds of Mary Hill's band. You know, it's a tough deal in the smaller schools to have enough members of the band to be able to march and compete and so on. But she really works with them well, and they love her and work with her. Yandel Garcia, a junior, being stretched out on the sidelines there. One of the coaches working with the stretching a muscle out there. The ball will be kicked from right to left, from west to east. Rails are down 24-0 with 9:30 in the first half. Remaining in the first half. Ball's on the ground and down. Down at the 50-yard line. On the ball, number 56, Titan Smith Dunn, the junior that I was alluding to a while ago, a kid that has done a lot of good work on himself in the weight room and on the track. I mean, there are several of them that have. So this time, Davidson will split to the far side. Longoria will be under center. He gives to the first man through, and he'll get a couple. That's the one that we, for a year or two, thrilled to watch Landon Seeger run that through the A-gap on either side of the center and do it very, very well. I'm told that the coaching staff at Northwestern has said that Landon Seeger is their most... let me see how it was said. I'll come back to it in a minute. Split to the near side. Give to the first man. He's through. First down and across the 35-yard line. Man, he hit the hole quick. That's Brown. That is Braxton Brown, the sophomore. Jiminy, he hit the hole quick. Nice block over there. Was that Truesdale? We'll get it this time. You'll see it on the screen at the same time I do. The coaches were saying that Landon Seeger is the most improved football player on the team. Longoria is going to be underneath. We'll bring him Davidson over at the near side. Now send him across. Fake the ball to him. Look out. And he gets loose. And he gets loose again. Longoria, trying to survive, gets to the bounds and knocked out. It's going to be close to the line of scrimmage, but he took a shot right on the thigh, and would like to have a few minutes between plays here, but we don't have that kind of time. So I'm thinking that Longoria is either going to hand off, is not either. He's going to hand off the football this time because he took a shot. 2nd and 12. Davidson to the far side. Longoria in the shotgun, gives to Davidson, cuts it back inside, but he cuts it to a couple of guys that got there to the hole about the same time he did. Got 3, really, so it's going to be 3rd and 9. I'm thinking we better sling the football. Ooh, Longoria's on the sidelines and appears to have taken some additional punishment. He's a tough kid.
3rd down and 9 to go.
This time we will split them both ways, send a man toward the quarterback who gets the football and is hit as he gets it.
Hit near the line of scrimmage.
Santiago, the freshman, says this is not fun. This right here, those 3 guys, that's not fun. It is 24-0. The Rails are down. 7 and some change in the first half. We don't punt the football down here, so get ready for a little circus play maybe. Looks like Braxton Brown is looking at his wristband like, I need to know the play here. We got 2 split to the far side. We'll send Davidson. Whoa, we got the ball on the ground. Ball never left the rear end of the center. So the ball will turn over. 6:36 in the contest. First down for the Wildcats. The Wildcats are the Covington Douglas Wildcats, and I'm told if you look in the Covington Douglas record books, you'll see a lot of records still held by one Scott Klein, who is the superintendent of schools in Winoka. Side by side in the backfield in the shotgun now. Straight snap to the running back, and he'll get a couple.
Run up the middle, good for a couple.
Stopped in there by the Garcia, number 11, number 22. Beautiful evening. I mean, when it's been 107 and it's only 90, it's a beautiful evening. It seems like you should have a jacket on. Once again, Wildcats to the far side, and he kept. It was that quarterback keeper possible pitch, but he kept it. Was tackled by 3 Railroaders, and it's 3rd down. Garcia coming out, took a shot in the back. It looks like he's kind of gimpy there, but he's sure doing a good job. Good freshman. It is 3rd down, 3rd and 7. Quarterback coming this way is Halcomb. Gets off away from the corner being contained by Corbin Ferguson, but is tackled by Braxton Brown, but not before he gets the first down. First down, ball not yet at the 50-yard line, however. This portion of our broadcast brought to you by Chimney Rock Mini Storage. Thanks to Larry and Linda for all they do to support all things Northwest Oklahoma. Chimney Rock Mini Storage. Cut back to the inside, cut clear across. One man can get him and kept him out of the end zone, but that's all. He still goes 45 yards. And finally, Wyatt Millage got over there and managed to
ball spotted in the 4.
do a little bit of damage, at least get the man out. The ball's on the 4-yard line. There's 4:30 remaining in the first half. Covington Douglas will split guys all over the field. Quarterback Holcomb's back there by himself. Bring a man in motion, give him the ball, and he's going to walk in. Number 7, Matt Castile, a sophomore. Nobody contests him, and he's in there. It is 30-0 now. The Wildcats will line up to go for 2, of course. That's what we do. In the shotgun, snap back, looks to pass, got time, still looking, got time, still looking, throws it, overthrows his man, and the conversion's no good. So it stays 30-0. This portion of our broadcast is brought to you by Holder Drug. Whatever it is that you're shopping for, you can probably find it, unless maybe it's a car or a house. Pretty much everything else we have at Holder Drug. The drive-through prescription lane, that's a great time saver. But you almost don't want to do it because the people that work at Holders are so friendly and so fun. And back there in the soda fountain part, we like to go back there and catch up on what's going on in the world of Northwest Oklahoma and all of that news. So it's just a great place to be. Our thanks to Todd and Sally and all of the staff at Holder Drug. 531 Barnes in downtown Alva, serving you since 52. We're in Winoka. It's the first game of the season. Remember how the Railroaders have to do this, have to do it every year, and I'll remind you of it. They don't start the district until the 4th game. They don't start district play until the 4th game. So the first 3 games are non-district, and you can't get somebody to travel a whole long ways that you'd like to play because you're kind of an equal size school. So the first 3 games of the Railroaders are usually always their toughest games all year because they are really competitive schools that will turn out a goodly amount of guys to play football. Sometimes they have to even take on a larger school, so it's tough the first 3 games, but they get better. They, being the Railroaders, they get better. And new coach this year, Joe Garrison, coaching them up. Whoa, he missed the football field with the kick. So that baby will come back to the 40-yard line. And the Railroaders get to put it in play there. With 4:12 remaining in the half, I'm going to be visited at halftime with people that know what's going on around here in Northwest Oklahoma, and we'll talk about some of that stuff, so stay with us. This morning on Rose and Ben, we had the ladies that are getting ready to put on the Woods County Free Fair in a very short amount of time, so get your stuff ready to go. Right straight up the middle after a nice fake goes number 3 Braxton Brown. A little bit of skullduggery there, hide the football. 5 yards and a cloud of dust, except you can't get a cloud of dust on this football field. I promise if everybody took care of their yards like coaches take care of football fields, America would be a constantly beautiful place. That's not the case, however. It doesn't happen. Split both ways. Braxton Brown stays in as the quarterback. Longoria on the sidelines. Davidson with the football on the give. 5, 10, 15. Might go. Darn, got tackled by the last guy.
Davidson on the carry. First down.
Two things happened there, actually three. It was a great run. He barely got tackled, and I said darn. Three wonderful things to happen at the same time. First down. What a nice run. I'll tell you what, Dakota Davidson is smoking hot. He can run with the rock now.
First and 10 at the 28.
Braxton Brown looks at his wrist. Check that wristband, buddy. We got to have the football pretty quick here. Power to the near side. Bring the man toward him. Give that man the ball. Get around the edge, son. One more time. That's Davidson again.
Davidson on the run.
He got by the first guy. He got bumped by the second guy, and then the third guy got him. Little conference over here with Coach Garrison. With Adam Santiago, the freshman goes back in now after that conversation. 2nd and 9. Rails need to go to about the 18-yard line. Need a little rally here. Need a little rally. Little juice. Here we go. Bring Davidson in. Whoop! Ball on the ground.
And the ball
Flag on the ground. We're going to need the flag, I think, because the ball went the wrong way.
Covington Douglas recovers the fumble.
Gonna go the other way. Covington Douglas makes the recovery. This portion of our broadcast coming to you by Rachel's, courtesy of Rachel's Cafe. Rachel is beautiful, and so is her restaurant. You need to go check it out, and the food is awesome. So now we go the other way. We're going from west to east. The guys in the white-clad uniforms, those are the Covington Douglas Wildcats. Back to throw, and grounds it because he was going to the ground. Nice tackle back there. A one-on-one tackle, as a matter of fact. Corbin Ferguson all over that deal. 2nd and 10 on the incompleted pass. There was a possible receiver in the area, kind of in the area. He was pretty close to Carmen, but he was in the Winoka area. Got power to the near side, and they're going to put a running back with the quarterback. Now the running back has the ball, and he has a problem with Wyatt Millage. And Wyatt Millage wins. Whoop-oh, somebody said something to somebody, and a yellow flag flies. When they fly that high, the guy that throws it is tiffed. So we have a tiffed official that's going to make a call here. Let's see what happens. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, both ways. Both ways. So that would be one of those deals where one guy said, I got you, and the other guy said, yeah, but you didn't get me that good, or something to that effect. It may have had some more adjectives and stuff in it, but around there. So walk it off both ways and don't do anything and get ready to go again. It's 3rd down. We're at $1.55 from halftime. At halftime, I'll be talking with some folks about what's going on around our area. Well, the referees have agreed with each other now, and they go back to their respective places. 30-0. Rails are down in the opening game to the Covington Douglas Wildcats. Wildcats going to throw. Holcomb with the football. Now he's going to run it. Needs a little help and gets it. One more to block, one more to get to, and that one gets to him. That is Stetson Nix. 25
Ball
plus
at the Railroader 45.
on the run, and the ball's at the 45. Railroaders 45. Quickly give the ball right straight up the middle. Finally tackled by just about everybody after a while.
Up the middle on the run.
Going to be a gain of 6 or 7. We'll see where they spot it.
Second down and 2.
They're going quickly now. They're going to try to hang up another one before halftime. Pass out and spins away from the tackler and gets back not only to the line of scrimmage, but I think to the first down.
Looks like that'll be good for a Covington Douglas first down.
Covington Douglas now at the 34-yard line. That's the Rails 34, and a timeout is called for some reason by somebody, and it's called by the Railroaders. Railroaders' first time out of the half. It is 30-0 with 49 seconds remaining in the half. This portion of our broadcast is brought to you by Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, your ag lender in northwest Oklahoma and around the country, as a matter of fact. Timeout over, teams back lined up and ready to go. Covington Douglas, the Wildcats, going from right to left, from west to east. Give to the second man through, breaks outside, and gets about 5. Good one-on-one tackle there by number 7, Adam Santiago. I mean, the Railroaders have 2 seniors. They are Corbin Ferguson and Stetson Nix. Everybody else out there is younger. Give, same guy, other side, and he'll get 4 or 5.
Run to the other side.
This time met by Yandel Garcia, a junior.
Timeout, Covington Douglas.
Covington Douglas wants a timeout now, and that's their first of the half, so they got plenty of them to do with. At halftime, we'll be chatting with some folks here, so stay with us. Join us every Thursday from 11 till noon on a show that I thought would last probably 3 weeks, and it's now in its second year. Rose and Ben on the Radio Rodeo Roundup. You just absolutely have to hear it and see it to believe it, so join us. One of your Thursdays coming up close to you. Covington Douglas attempting to move to the end zone for yet another time. They have scored 30. The only thing they've not done is convert on their last touchdown. They missed that one. Darn it. This portion of our broadcast is brought to you by Wisdom Heritage Bank. A bank in our area to serve you, I promise. So they split to the far side, one man. Bring him now in. So everybody's going to be in tight. Holcomb looking, throws down the middle. It is, I think he caught it. I think he caught the football. He did. What a catch.
Inside the 5.
I mean, that was pretty good coverage, really. I mean, Number 2, Corbin Ferguson was back there with his man. Quarterback Haltom threw it just a little short, which worked out well for them. Straight ahead goes Haltom. Wants to do it himself. Bounces it to the outside. Drops the football. I think got it back. And the half ends. They wanted to put another one up. Winoka showing a little bit of juice there.
Your score at halftime.
So the score at halftime is Covington Douglas 30, the Wildcats 30, and the Railroaders are scoreless. They had one good drive going and didn't get to convert it. But for some reason, there's 1 second. There's 1 second on the clock. I thought for some reason everybody seems to be okay to hang out on the field for halftime, but that's not what the deal is at all. So we'll have a first down, we'll have 1 second, and then we'll have a halftime. We have guests at halftime that are very nice, I understand. We need nice people. We need more nice people here in the press box. John Linder on the producing, directing. We want to say hi to Willadine. Hey, Willie.
Hey, Mom.
Wish you were here. Well, it's awful. It's quite a ways, and it's kind of warm, but it's not like it was a week ago. It almost seems chilly at 93. So they're going to run one more and see if they can stick one more in on the Railroaders. Snap is back. Hall comes back, looking, got time, throws, intercepted. Wouldn't that have been just a fun thing to do? It is. Intercepted. Number 7, Adam Santiago. That little freshman, well, he's not little. That freshman has played himself a half now. And Mary Hill's Railroader band strikes up the Railroaders to take them to the intermission. We appreciate you joining us here for halftime. So we're going to switch staffs here and move John Linder out of his position and move my guests into position. That would be you. So, Ana Maria Ramirez, we'll talk just a moment about an exciting thing that has happened to you.
Yes, absolutely.
Congratulations on being elected the mayor of Winoka.
Thank you. I'm really excited about our community and just to, bring us all together to have fun and nights like this and enjoy our town. And we want to have the guests come in and join us at all our events, right?
And there are events. There are events. So, hey, how about that number 52? What do you think?
I think he's pretty cute.
he does.
Won't like that. He won't like that I said that.
Look like that at all. But he does favor his father and his mother. He's a cutie.
Yeah, I think so.
And a pretty good boy.
I think his girlfriend thinks he's pretty cute too.
I do too. This is the mother, by the way, of Cooper Truesdale, who's chatting with us here. Introduce yourself, young lady.
Hi, I'm Lydia Lowenstein. My husband and I just purchased Camp Roper, and we moved from Kearney, Nebraska, down here to Winoka, Oklahoma.
That is the strangest. Not that you've done that, but it just amazes me. Like I'm talking, my little brother, may God rest his soul, flew for AWACS, and he flew out of Nebraska. He flew. And there's a bunch of people from that area of where the air base is that come down to, what do you do? Just load up on Friday and head to Winoka?
Well, absolutely. We got the beautiful sand dunes down here, and there's a whole bunch of Nebraskans that love coming down here and riding. So
There are a bunch.
There are. We've actually met a lot of friends and made friends from Nebraska while coming down here to the sand dunes.
Now, you would know, and some of our listeners may not, but you would know how Camp Roper got its name.
I do, actually. So we actually got to go have supper with Bill and Charlene Bixler, and they told the story to us. They actually gave us some photos that we're going to be displaying in our bathhouse to tell the story of how Camp Roper got its name.
So rather than give it away here on the air, we'll tell people to go stay at Camp Roper and they can read the walls.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Read the walls.
Absolutely. Read the walls of the bathhouse.
You know, when I first saw that thing going up, and Mrs. Truesdale's husband had a wall there, I went, well, we got a ways to go on this deal. But it has really come together beautifully. What a nice looking place.
Oh, it is amazing. It's done amazing for us. It's a beautiful place to stay, and we just hope we have more guests coming.
Oh, you will. Oh, you will. You know, Anna Maria, we were so fortunate to be able to be a part of the alumnus celebration. In Winoka, it's a small school, so we don't do an alumni event every year. We do one every 5 years.
That's right.
And we didn't do one in 2015 or whenever that was, 2020, because everybody was fitting themselves for a mask at the time and didn't have time to go do those things. But I was amazed, and I'll bet you probably have more comment about this come to you than me because of the position you're in. But so many of the people that graduated with me, which was 150 years ago, had not been back for, and they saw. Well, I mean, you know, when it was the Sandhills, when we were putting on Christmas pageants out there, there were 3 dunes. You know, there were 3 dunes and a trail up to the first one.
So we could take the camels up that way.
Yeah, the camels and the donkey.
Yeah, that's right.
I
That's
remember.
right, the donkey.
I remember the year that there had been an ice storm, and the donkey spun out, and the Virgin Mary went flying. It was a tough night at the scene, you know, but we powered through it. But my point was, so many people were just so amazed to drive out and go through America's Oasis and the dunes and stuff, and because they hadn't been back for 10, 15, 20 years, it's a totally different world.
Right. No, yes, we've expanded a lot. And not only America's Oasis, but just the whole town. And look at our schools. Wow, I was at the softball game the other day for the first time. It's beautiful.
It is.
Beautiful. And our fields, and yes, everything's just growing.
And some people don't know this, perhaps, but America's Oasis is annexed into Winoka.
We are annexed into Winoka, and so that those tax dollars come rolling in.
That's good.
That's right.
That's good. Okay, we've got. I know there's a bunch of events coming up, and I know that the people, Donnie and those people, just keep it rolling. But you guys have put together a day. Explain this thing to me.
It's a whole group effort. It's so fun. Our Chamber of Commerce, they're going to have a fundraiser, breakfast fundraiser, yum, 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 at the Chamber Building downtown from 8 to 11. We'll have Game Zone. I've got so many prizes for everyone to win, adults and kids. So that'll be from 9 to 12. And then I'll let Lydia talk about Camp Roper.
So yeah, at 12 o'clock, Camp Roper, we're going to be doing free hot dogs where you can come down and tour one of our cabins and then one of our campers, and then also check out the bathhouse where the story of Camp Roper is going to be at, because we just want people to kind of get an idea of what it looks like. And then at 1 o'clock, we're going to be having a ribbon cutting as well to kind of, because we joined the chamber, and so we just want to celebrate with everybody. One of the specials that we're going to be doing down there is we have an ice machine. And so from 11 to 1 o'clock, we're going to be giving away free 10-pound bags of ice to everybody that wants to come out there.
Awesome.
So, and it is amazing ice. So we don't even use the ice in our freezer at home. We just go and get ice from Camp Roper now. So yeah, we hope to see everybody there.
So take just an instant here, Lydia, and give me the numbers on Camp Roper. I mean, how many trailers can we park, campers, and all of that stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. So for Camp Roper, we have 4 cabins that people can stay in, sleeping up to 6 people. We also rent out 2 campers that 6 people can stay in. We have 17 RV spots that people can rent that are full hookup, water, electricity, and sewage. And then we also have premium parking spots that are RV with a pool barn and a garage attached to it that our campers can use.
How cool. How long have you been coming down to the dunes?
We've been coming for 5 years. So actually, we got started in 2020 when the masks came on. We were like, we need something to do. So,
Right. So, Cherie, you have been a Up to the line of scrimmage.
Timeout, Winoka.
Winoka has called a timeout. Timeout, Winoka. There is 7:56 to play in quarter number 4. A night of gremlins here in the press box. But we have enjoyed being able to come to you. You're waiting for Mr. Taylor to jump up and give us a touchdown, Railroaders. We might have to put that off for a week. But I continue to say this. There is no quit in this bunch of Railroaders. I promise you that. This bunch of Joe Garrisons will continue to attempt to persevere, however tough it gets, and it gets tough. Remember, and this is well worth remembering, there are 6 teams in the district, but we don't start playing district until we play no district, no district, no district, then there's a bye, then we play district. So it's a month that these guys are going to be playing above the rest of the competition that they're going to play the rest of the year. Ball given on the far side, around the corner, and caught.
And the ball carrier brought down.
Drake
for small.
Donnell, a junior, brought down over there by a trio of Winoka Railroaders. Those guys, both levels, the first and second, have had their share of action tonight, no doubt about it. 7:23 in the contest. Wildcats give to the first man through around the far side and contained after about a 5-yard gain.
The outside.
Drake Donnell, number 4,
Handled out 5.
a junior. So everybody looks at the wristband now that's wearing white. And now they are ready. Powers to the near side. Bring a man back to dot the I and a flag. 6:36
False start on the offense.
in the contest. It's a false start. Bring it back and go again. Everybody around the country will be getting into action in the next little while. Once again, they set in that same formation, do the Wildcats. Give to the dot, and he's
And
tackled
ball carrier brought
at the
down
line of
for-
scrimmage.
For a loss on the play.
Fourth down and 12. Once again, we read the wristbands if we're wearing white. And once again, we have them red and we're ready to go. Split both ways with a flanker on the near side. They'll go from the shotgun. Back to throw. Back to throw. Throws short, has a man. And is, I think, stopped before the first down, I think.
The receiver will be brought down just shy of the marker needed.
So it's going to turn over.
That'll be a turnover on downs.
Well done. I mean, close, close, but well done by the Railroader defense. 5:38 in the fourth quarter. Rails are down 38-0.
14.
They have the football. Desperately want to put together a drive. I don't know if desperately. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll stay with that. Railroaders in the gun. Power to the far side, which is the shallow side of the field. Keeps a man in with him, does the quarterback. Back to throw. Look, 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 come this way. And he does. Scrambles, tries to get by, and he does. Nicely done. May have gotten the first down. Let me see.
Decent gain on the play.
Went out way before I thought. So it's not a huge gain, but a gain nonetheless. 2nd and 7. In close, bring a man in even closer and give him the ball. Hits the gap, and a guy that's been really tough in there, number 55, Tanner Frankie, is a junior. He is number 55, and his 2 5s are about 5 feet across. He is he's a strapping young lad. Yes, he is. Once again, Railroaders up. This time they'll go in the eye with quarterback under, pitch back, trying to get to the outside. Actually does a good job of getting by what looked like 2 tacklers had him. Frankie's one of them there, the guy I was just talking about. It is a first down. Railroaders first down. 4:37 in the fourth quarter. Railroaders trying to mount a drive. They've had some drives, just haven't been able to cash in on them. Brown comes to the near side. Davidson will be to the far side. Pitch back. Here we go. Gets by a man. Comes to the inside. Gets by another. Santiago, what a nice job. So it's going to be 2nd and 3. Santiago really earning his stripes tonight. He is not a large human, but he bounces around in there off of want to be tacklers. Does a heck of a job. Longoria checks back in. He didn't check in. He was over talking to the coach. Trip Trey's coming on the board as we get toward the end of this one. So Santiago will be on the wing, and he gets the ball. Coming outside, needs to get by a guy, and does. Needs to get by another one, and does. Got caught from behind by a huge human, but he got a first down. Tanner Frankie on the tackle, and Santiago is in the huddle going, did you see how big that guy is that fell on me? 3 minutes, clock running, fourth quarter. Rails moving from right to left, from west to east. Ball's on the 40-yard line, their own. It's an eye. Quarterback is under center. Coming this way. Needs to get by one guy. Oh, could not. Longoria put a fake on him, but to no avail. Number 18, Tegan Ender, a junior, making the tackle, one-on-one, a short gain. So the yard marker that is lighted has bit the dust.
Second down at 9.
So we're watching the dark yard marker now. I'll tell you. 2nd and 9. Split to the far side. Keep one man in. That'll be Brown. And we have a timeout. This portion of our broadcast is brought to you by Zook Veterinarians. We are so fortunate to have Michaela Zook, Dr. Michaela Zook, in our community. She is so incredibly wonderful at all that she does, and has the help of her family. You know, that's I was thinking about that this afternoon when I was talking to. We had some people on the Rose and Ben show today, putting up we'll be doing the county fair, and we were talking about, you know, we athletics are a big deal in our schools and have been and always will be, and that's a good deal. But kids that show livestock have to do so much, and the day is so long because the livestock start when the sun comes up, and it's still going after the sun goes down. It takes a family. It takes a family to be good stewards in ag. Back to throw is Longoria. He does. And it's caught. Trying to turn the corner. Really got joined by a lot of tacklers there, but really made a nice catch. I mean, you saw it on the camera. The defender was in his hip pocket. Still made the catch. Didn't make a lot of yards. So it's 3rd and 5, I'm going to say. Kind of a long 5, but we're going with 5. 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 4. The first game of the season is kind of in the books, and we'll say this about it. There's no quitting this Railroader bunch, and they'll have another tough one next week. All 3 non-division, non-district games, 1, 2, 3, are tough. Always tough. Longoria going to be under. He'll keep a man beside him and then have one out on the wing. That's Brown. Back to throw. Longoria looking, gotta hurry. Got people after him. And now he's going to try and gets almost to the 50. Need to come to the 50-yard line. Got close. Kind of waves that football a little bit like
just shy of midfield. They'll bring up the 4th down.
Number 15 of the Kansas City Chiefs will kind of wave that thing around, kind of let people know different things might happen. I know. It's a reach, but you can get there. 4th and 1. 4th and 1. Longoria starts over, and I'm saying probably was told base play. Let's just see. No, we're going to do something different. Well, before we do that, we're going to call timeout. It is timeout, Railroaders. That's the final timeout of regulation. This portion of tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Chimney Rock Mini Storage. Hey, if they are full, they keep a list. So give them a call. Larry and Linda will be glad to put you on the list when something opens up. You'll be ready to go in there. We are so thankful to Larry and Linda and our core of sponsors that make it possible for us to carry this equipment around and do all kinds of things. It's lots of sports stuff, but there's also community stuff and elections, for heaven's sake, and keeping you dialed in to the community of Northwest Oklahoma, South Kansas. Pitch back through the hole. Oh, he got loose. He's across the 30. He's going to go. He's at the 5. Touchdown, Railroaders.
Railroaders, flag on the play.
Oh, don't do that flag on the play thing. Strains of Railroader. Well, it's apparently going to stay. That's a 60-yarder by Davidson. And it's a touchdown.
Personal foul on the defense. The touchdown is good.
60 yards, Davidson, touchdown. That helps. That helps. That'll get your juices flowing. Little cross buck and pass. He caught it. He caught it. It's good. 109 in the contest.
To go in tonight's matchup, and your score, Covington Douglas 38, your Railroaders 8.
38-8, Railroaders put one up there. There was no way that pass was going to go through there. People had their hands in the air and arms up, and it somehow wiggled through. Nicely done. Nice catch. .109, quarter number 4. Rails down 38-8 now after, you'd say a drive. However, Davidson's last run was 60 yards of the drive, so there is that, which we like a lot. We appreciate you joining us tonight. Hope you'll join us throughout the season, off and on, as we do different things. I mean, we'll be at the county fair and judging contests and all the stuff that happens. If you're not doing stuff in Northwest Oklahoma, it's on you. There are things going on and stuff to do. Cade Zook, freshman, number 4, runs in there. Coach Joe Garrison got his first touchdown of his run at Winoka. His run just started this year, the head coach. As Payson Slater, last year's head coach, moved on to O'Keene. Wonderful people, Payson and Jen. We're glad that they spent some time in our community. On the ground, ball's down, but it's covered. Covered by number 44, Jacob Taylor, a freshman. So he makes his bones for the club, the freshman does, right at the end of the game, keeping the ball safe. 38-8, there is no reason for the Wildcats to want to 45 anybody, because with the Railroaders 8 up there, that's going to take a couple of touchdowns. So we'll think maybe it's going to be kind of a base here. We'll see. Oh, I see. Watch this. There we go. We'll do that again. And somebody, I heard, say, start the bus. We appreciate you coming out tonight. Good crowd on hand tonight. Actually, good crowd on both sides of the field. Such a nice evening. And we have called for an eclipse tonight of the moon, so stay up all night and watch that with us. And takes a knee. And we're done. It's 38-8. No quit in your Winoka Railroaders. I'm not down there, but I'm thinking that's what Coach Joe Garrison is going to be saying. there's some promise here now. And remember, these first three will be tough. I mean, not that all of them won't be tough, but the first three are out of district and tough teams. Next week we'll be in Kremlin. So we appreciate you joining us tonight. For Ben Buckland and John Linder, hey, Willie, have the rest of a good evening. We are so glad that you joined us. Thank you to our sponsors. We will see you along the way and next week. For tonight, from Winoka, 38-8, the rails go down. This baby is over.